Hello everyone, it's 1:30, so we want to get started on our presentation today called Aspirations of Rural Youth. We welcome you all here. My name is Vicki Dimock, and I'm the director of the REL Southwest. So I wanted to take just a few moments and welcome you and also provide a little bit of background information about the Regional Education Laboratory Program, which is the funding source that is sponsoring this bridge event. This is a contract from the U.S. Department of Education. There are 10 regional education laboratories across the country. This particular regional educational laboratory serves Texas and the surrounding states, but we are excited that we have participants from all across the country here, not just from our particular region, but from other states across the United States. So if you look at this map, you'll be able to see which regional education laboratory represents you and serves your region, and that will give you some information about who you might contact if you want to get engaged in this work in your region. The Regional Education Laboratory Program, as I said, is a contract. It's with the Institute of Education Sciences at the U.S. Department of Education, and the program itself is designed to partner with school districts, with state departments of education, policymakers, and other people who are interested in the work of the Regional Laboratory Program, which is to conduct research and build the capacity in our region to use data in order to improve academic outcomes for students served by the schools in our region. In particular, the Regional Education Laboratory Southwest has as its goal, as do the other laboratories, to improve academic outcomes for students. And we do that by helping states and school districts to systematically use research and data to answer important questions of policy and practice. We also have some research alliances that we work with in the region. There are partners in conducting research. One of the primary ideas behind this Regional Education Laboratory contract is that researchers will partner with practitioners.
The conference is now being recorded.
So that the research that is conducted will be relevant to practitioners and that we can bridge the gap between research and practice. So by partnering with the research alliances, we provide technical assistance that's related to collecting, analyzing, and interpreting data and evidence around questions that the research alliances have about particular problems of practice. So it is the alliance members who provide the direction and the focus of what that research will be. So another way that we connect education researchers with practitioners is through events such as this one, which are called bridge events, because they are intended to bridge research and practice. The alliances that we have in our region are one in Arkansas for around pre-kindergarten education, one in Louisiana that's focused on charter schools. In New Mexico, we actually have two alliances. One of them is focused on the achievement gap among Hispanic and Native American students. The New Mexico Pre-Kindergarten Research Alliance is focused on issues of practice in pre-K education. And then we have the Oklahoma Rural Schools Alliance, and today's topic is very much related to that particular alliance and their interests. And finally, we have the Texas Hispanic STEM Alliance, which is focused on pathways for Hispanic students from kindergarten all the way through college and into careers in the STEM disciplines. One place that you can go, a service that we offer is our website, and we invite you to go to the website. You'll see that there is the Ask REL Southwest. There's a button there. If you have a question about something that's related to research, we invite you to select that button and complete a form, and we will respond to you and do what we can to answer that question or refer you to someone else who could help you. This also shows on our website our research alliances and the focus of those alliances, as well as who is a member of the alliance. We have links to some resources. We also have a bulletin that we send out electronically, an e-bulletin called Southwest Spotlight, and then you will be able to find both current and archived events. So this bridge event that we're doing today will eventually be on our archived events. So if you want to go back and refresh your memory about any of those things, you're welcome to do that on our website. You can also find links to all the other regional education laboratories that I showed you on the map at the beginning. So if you're not from the Southwest region and you want a quick link to your regional education laboratory, you can go to our website and find that easily without having to Google search it or something like that. So thank you so much for joining us today. We're very excited about this event, and I'm going to turn this over now to Jackie Berniski. Those of you who logged in early heard her, but she's going to give you some information about how to participate in the webinar so that it will be the most productive for you. So let me turn this over to Jackie.
Thank you so much, Vicki. And for those of you who were on at 1:15, I already went over these instructions. So I'm just going to go over them quickly for those participants who recently joined us. So please, if you have not already muted your computer, please do so by locating the speaker icon at the top of your screen. We do use the phone for communication during the webinar and not the computer. We are going to be using a number of chat pods, and I do invite you to share your stories in our chat pods or use the technical assistance chat pod as well. You do put your information in the bottom rectangular box, and then you can select the dialog bubble, or you can hit return on your computer keyboard. Some people have already been communicating with us in our technical assistance chat pod and our sharing your stories pod, but please, we do invite you to share stories with us throughout the webinar. Later in the webinar, once the presenters are speaking, we are going to have a question chat pod as well. In the question chat pod, the questions are going to go to the presenters and will not be visible to the whole audience. And in addition, if we are unable to answer all of the questions during the webinar time today, we will be in touch with those participants who've asked a particular question and be able to follow up with you later. In addition to the chat pods, we have other interactive features. We're going to change layouts and also have a couple of videos for you to watch. So your screen will go blank or may show a transition, so please do not be alarmed by that. You already saw at the beginning of the webinar where we used a full screen view because we do show a lot of data and we want to make sure that you can see everything. So we will take control and make the screen, the webinar screen full view. We are recording the webinar, and as Vicki said, we will be sending you the URL for the archive once it is all posted, and that will be in about 2 weeks. All of the PowerPoints will be posted there, and it will be available to you and to the general public. So please, I will be answering questions, and my colleague Brian Litke as well in the technical assistance chat pod as you have them. Thank you for joining us today. I'm going to turn it back to Vicki.
Thank you, Jackie. As Jackie said, if you do have any problems, please do use the technical assistance chat pod. We have a colleague here who can help you with any kinds of technical issues that you may have. Let me move on now to the meat of why you're here.